Over the years, many Thomas & Friends merchandise ranges have been introduced and discontinued by various manufacturers. And when you think of a Thomas & Friends merchandise range, you'll probably think of toy ranges like Thomas Wood, Trackmaster, and maybe even Ertl Diecast. But not all Thomas & Friends merchandise ranges will be as notable as the ones I've just mentioned. Some ranges are so obscure, not many know that these ranges were actually produced. So enough with the intro, and here are a few Thomas & Friends merchandise ranges that you probably didn't know exist. Number 1. The Marklin Thomas & Friends series. Quick, you have 5 seconds to identify the differences between a Hornby Thomas model and the Marklin Thomas model. Did you find any? Because if you didn't, well then don't feel too bad. Why? Because there aren't any differences. Okay, fine, that was a joke. Kinda, I mean, there aren't many differences, but you'll find some, but just watch the video. As you may or may not know, Marklin is well known by fans of Thomas & Friends, as many of the original TV show's models were built out of components from various Marklin models. But something fans of the show might not know is that Marklin had a Thomas & Friends merchandise range. Marklin's merchandise range was a limited range that featured models that were eerily similar to Hornby's Thomas models, with the only differences being the Marklin compatible couplings and pickup shoes for Marklin HO tracks. This merchandise range would be introduced and discontinued in 2006 and would only be sold in a few countries due to licensing issues by Hornby. Number 2. The Tomi Mini Play-Rail range. The Tomi Mini Play-Rail range was another merchandise range by Tomi which momentarily featured Thomas & Friends, which, if you couldn't tell from the name, was a mini version of the Play-Rail toys. The range mostly included Japanese trains, but also included various characters and accessories from season 1 to 3 of Thomas & Friends, including characters like Thomas, Mavis, Percy, and destinations like the Windmill and Farquhar Station. The Thomas & Friends range was introduced in 2004 and was discontinued in 2009, but the Mini Play-Rail range is still being produced by Tomi today. Number 3. The Interactive Learning Railway. Here's a question: what do you get when you combine Wooden Railway and Take Along? You get this. Oh, sorry, wrong image. You get this. The Interactive Learning Railway range. Produced by Learning Curve, the Interactive Learning Railway range was a short-lived merchandise range which spanned from 2004 to 2005. The Interactive Learning Railway range was also a Target exclusive, and out of all the merchandise ranges mentioned in this video, this one's certainly the best, and here's why. The characters and accessories in the range had built-in sensors, which could detect which character was which meant that the characters and accessories could conversate with each other using specific dialogue.
Hello, Thomas. You have work to do. Please hold forward to load the green crate.
Now, if any of this sounds familiar, well then you're probably thinking of the Chuggington Interactive Railway range, which would be introduced 6 years later. Which is also another reason why, in my opinion, the Interactive Learning Railway range is the best merchandise range in this video. Number 4. The Diablock Thomas & Friends range. If you're watching this video, well then you've probably heard of the Lego Duplo Thomas & Friends toy range, which was discontinued in 2010 and replaced by Mega Bloks, which is basically Lego Duplo, but a little bit worse. Sorry, Mega Bloks fans. Anyway, so brick toys have been a part of the Thomas & Friends franchise for many years now, but the Diablock Thomas & Friends range was the one that started it all. Introduced in the early 1990s, the company Kawada started producing small-scale and large-scale brick toys and sets featuring characters and destinations from the television series. The merchandise range would eventually discontinue in 2010 after producing its final series after the release of the movie Hero of the Rails. Number 5. The I.R. Thomas merchandise range. Released in 2004, the I.R. Thomas merchandise range was a short-lived merchandise range that was a part of the DJQ Train toy line produced by video game developer Konami. The Yaya Thomas merchandise range featured only one playset in its toy line, which included a simple track layout, Thomas and Percy with their individual controllers, 4 rolling stock, and 2 stations. Only 2 characters were ever produced in the toy line, even though it was cited on the playset's box that other characters like James, Gordon, and Henry would also be released. But unfortunately it was cancelled and the Yaya Thomas merchandise range would be discontinued in 2005. And there you have it, a few Thomas and Friends merchandise ranges that you may or may not have heard of. I had a lot of fun making this video, even though I had to do a bit of digging into the world of the Japanese Thomas fandom, but thanks to the Thomas Tank Engine Wikia and Google Translate, it was much easier to make this video. All the videos in this video have their sources links in the description, and if you knew any of these merchandise ranges mentioned in the video, please comment it down in the comment section. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.